Every year, we gather here at the Interledger Summit to explore how we can create a more equitable global society through an internet-based open payments network. And as we do, it's important to consider how the internet has evolved, starting as a military project and becoming the driving force behind today's digital world. It might surprise some to know that the internet's origins weren't about faster access to information, streaming movies, or making it easier to order pizza without talking to anyone. Instead, they were rooted in the military's need for a resilient communication network that could survive disruption and function without a single point of failure. Yet, despite these military origins, the internet evolved beyond its initial purpose. It has now become the backbone of communications and commerce, connecting people, businesses, devices, and services across the world. But this transformation didn't happen by chance. It was driven by human behavior. As the internet evolved, people demanded more control, more immediacy, and more choices. Our natural desire for control pushed the internet to expand beyond just transmitting data to becoming a powerful tool for engagement and connection. Today's most successful companies aren't just those that use the internet for communication, but those that leverage its power to put their customers at the center. They recognize that the true strength of the internet was in creating experiences that offered people more choices, control, and convenience. Netflix is a perfect example of this. They didn't just see the internet as a faster way to deliver media. They understood that it could redefine how we engage with media. Netflix empowered consumers by giving them control over their viewing experience, letting them choose what to watch and when to watch it on their own terms. This consumer-centric approach fueled their success and transformed how we connect with media. Before streaming platforms emerged, the media landscape was dominated by traditional television, which was heavily reliant on advertising for funding. TV channels prioritized capturing the largest possible audience and then selling that attention to advertisers. The limitations of analog technology, confined by a finite spectrum, meant only a few channels could broadcast. Television was linear, with scheduled programming, commercials every 15 minutes, and content dictated by what networks wanted to air, not by what viewers wanted to watch. Networks produced what was called the least objectionable content, targeting broad demographics to maximize viewership without alienating any of the four main groups: young, old, male, and female. Content creation wasn't focused on viewer satisfaction, but driven by the need to serve advertisers and broadcast limitations. As technology evolved, the introduction of cable TV significantly enhanced the viewing experience. Coaxial cables had, with much greater bandwidth than over-the-air broadcasts, allowed for the simultaneous transmission of numerous channels, greatly expanding content options for viewers. This technological advancement provided a wider array of specialized programming than what had been possible with limited analog signals, paving the way for a more diverse content and a richer user experience. It gave rise to dedicated channels focused on specific interests, such as 24-hour news networks like CNN and sports channels like ESPN. The revenue model also began to shift from a purely advertised-based to a dual revenue stream, incorporating both subscriptions and advertising, transforming the landscape of television. Building on these technological advancements, HBO took it further in the 1970s, becoming the first company to leverage encrypted signal technology and satellite distribution to offer ad-free premium content for a flat fee. By using this infrastructure, HBO moved away from the traditional ad-supported model, providing uninterrupted access to exclusive programming through a monthly subscription. This approach set a new standard, laying the groundwork for the subscription model that would later dominate the streaming industry. In the 1980s and 90s, the video rental era further empowered consumers, giving them unprecedented control over what they watched and when. This shift was made possible by the widespread adoption of video cassette recorders, or VCRs, in the late 70s and DVDs in the late 90s, which allowed people to rent movies and watch them at their convenience. This growing desire for control over media consumption paved the way for the streaming revolution. When services like Netflix emerged, they built on this demand, offering instant access to vast libraries of content anytime on any device. The media industry made a quantum leap in functionality and user experience when streaming platforms harnessed the power of the internet. By optimizing content distribution, they gave viewers unprecedented control. For a single subscription, users could access what they wanted, when they wanted, free from ads, or the rigid schedules of linear TV. This shift to an on-demand model revolutionized media consumption, ushering in a new era of personalized, instant entertainment. The key to this revolution was instant access and freedom of choice. Streaming platforms didn't just change delivery, they fulfilled the human desire for immediacy and flexibility, offering content at a click of a button with no waiting or interruptions. That's why companies like Netflix grew so quickly. In 2011, Netflix had around 20 million subscribers. Today, that number has soared to almost 300 million worldwide. This consumer-centric approach became their competitive advantage, combining instant access with customer satisfaction, reshaping the entire media landscape. Subscriptions seemed like the perfect fit for this new model. For a flat monthly fee, consumers gained unlimited access to a growing library of content. It was a practical solution at the time. But there was more to the rise of subscription than convenience. Traditional payment systems weren't equipped to handle the type of microtransactions that a flexible pay-as-you-go model would require. Processing thousands of small payments for every movie or episode would have been inefficient and costly. The friction in these transactions would have made the viewing process cumbersome, disrupting the very seamless experience that led to their success. As a result, subscriptions became the most practical solution to streamline payments for both users and platforms. However, as video platforms expanded, the cracks in the subscription model began to show. Consumers were subscribing to multiple services and paying for content they weren't fully using. This has led to subscription fatigue, a growing frustration among users juggling too many platforms, often overpaying for content they rarely view. Meanwhile, platforms faced increasing financial pressure. The cost of producing high-quality original content had soared, while churn rates climbed as subscribers switched from one service to another. The once innovative subscription model has become a burden. So, how do we move beyond subscriptions and create a payment system that reflects how people actually consume content today? Which seems a rather silly question to ask in a room full of payments experts in an Interledger summit. The answer lies in Interledger's streaming payments, where users pay based on their engagement rather than being locked into a flat monthly fee. With Wallet Guru, users can send packets of money in real time just as they receive packets of video, creating a seamless flow between consumption and payment. Desires don't come once a month. They come in real time, and payments should follow that same rhythm, offering flexibility and personalization. This shift not only benefits consumers by offering more flexibility, but also provides platforms with a sustainable way to tackle churn and financial challenges. While Netflix has solidified its position as the market leader, many other platforms struggle with retention and profitability. The pay-as-you-go model offers a solution, allowing viewers to pay what they feel like, when they feel like it, and giving platforms a chance to create a more dynamic and adaptable revenue stream. So at this point, you might be wondering, why would companies adopt this new payment strategy and move away from the predictability of the subscription model? Wouldn't they prefer to keep us paying for subscriptions? It's a valid question and one we hear often. While subscriptions offer predictability, they don't always result in profitability. A monthly fee may seem stable, but the reality is more complex. For many video platforms, the cost of acquiring a customer often exceeds the revenue they generate during their subscription period. Think about that. Platforms are spending more to get people through the door than what those customers are giving back in value. Here's the real issue. In today's digital world, users can sign up and cancel a service with a few clicks. High churn rates and costly customer acquisition are major challenges because customers can binge watch content and cancel their subscription just as quickly. In other words, the convenience that made streaming platforms attractive has now become their Achilles heel. Video streaming divisions are often subsidized by legacy businesses, which explains the way of mergers and acquisitions in the industry. Netflix set the bar very low, with an average cost per user around $10 for their entry-level plan, while charging only $14 per month. This made Netflix the basic tier of entertainment, must-have, but not necessarily enough on its own. The majority of users complement their Netflix subscription with other services offering news, sports, premium or niche content. In contrast, the old cable model cost around $70 per month in the US and required physical installations like satellite dishes, cable boxes, which created friction for both signing up and canceling. These factors led to higher margins, lower churn, and therefore more predictable revenue. But in today's streaming world, that friction has disappeared. As a result, people end up committing to multiple subscriptions, often more than they can manage or truly utilize. Most people aren't willing to pay for 5 or more services a month, making it increasingly difficult for platforms to retain subscribers. This oversaturation is where the subscription model starts to break down. As users juggle between services, leading to high churn rates and unsustainable customer acquisition costs. The key to streaming platforms' initial success was their consumer-centric approach. They perfected content distribution to provide instant access whenever and wherever users wanted it. That focus on immediacy and convenience fueled their growth. Now, it's time to apply that same thinking to payments. Just as streaming companies transform the way content is delivered, Wallet Guru and Interledger complete that evolution by bringing the payment system on par with the delivery system. This means that streaming will truly be on demand, not just in terms of when content is consumed, but also how it's paid for. This alignment between delivery and payment creates a more flexible, personalized experience that reflects the evolving needs of today's viewers. This not only enhances convenience and value for consumers, but also allows platforms to rethink their revenue strategies. Instead of prioritizing subscriber growth, they can focus on increasing engagement and retention, creating a more sustainable user-centric business model. By applying Interledger's payment bandwidth feature, companies can offer varied pricing tiers, providing competitive rates for older content while charging premium prices for novel experiences like Apple's immersive video or Meta's holographic AR glasses. Streaming payments will revolutionize content creation, encouraging innovation and experimentation with emerging technologies. This approach empowers creators to explore new formats and push the boundaries of digital entertainment. With Wallet Guru, platforms can finally shift from constant subscriber acquisition to maximizing the value of their existing user base by giving them the freedom to pay what they feel like, when they feel like it. Streaming payments hold transformative potential beyond just video streaming. Real-time payments can tackle long-standing challenges in other industries. Consider the music industry. For years, artists have struggled with under-monetization, often receiving inadequate compensation for their work. With platforms like Wallet Guru combined with blockchain and smart contracts, we can introduce an artist-centric model that directly ties payment to user engagement. This ensures that artists are paid fairly and transparently for every second of interaction, revolutionizing the economics of the industry and creating new opportunities for artists to thrive in a more equitable system. But the impact of real-time payments doesn't stop there. The same principles can be applied to reshape industries like mobile coverage, broadband, gaming, and utilities, industries that are still burdened by outdated, inefficient payment models. In many parts of the world, particularly in developing countries, these challenges are even more pronounced. Almost 400 million prepaid mobile subscribers in Latin America alone face daily friction relying on slow, expensive prepaid systems like scratch cards and top-ups just to stay connected. By eliminating these inefficiencies, Wallet Guru offers a seamless, real-time payment solution, eliminating the need for prepayments or even subscriptions altogether. This shift not only enhances convenience, but also removes the barriers that have long existed in utilities and telecommunications, benefiting both consumers and businesses through improved convenience and efficiency. Streaming payments will fundamentally change the landscape, enabling industries to adopt flexible, dynamic models that meet the real-time needs of consumers. And this vision of real-time payments across industries is exactly why we built Wallet Guru. From the start, our goal was to create a platform that isn't just revolutionary in concept, but one that can scale to meet the demands of millions of concurrent users globally. We knew that to truly transform industries, we needed an infrastructure that could handle massive transaction volumes without compromising speed, security, or reliability. To achieve this, our tech stack comprises two key components: wallet and a robust and scalable back-end infrastructure. The wallet, available on both Android and iOS, has the potential to support any digital or conventional currency, providing users with flexibility in how they manage their payments. This adaptability will enable Wallet Guru to operate seamlessly across any country in Latin America or beyond, ensuring that users can stream their payments regardless of their region or currency preference. The back-end infrastructure is designed to track user interactions with service providers and build their wallets in real time based on a set of customizable parameters. This flexibility empowers service providers to hyper-personalize services, whether charging for time, data usage, or specific content consumption. Companies can tailor their pricing down to the smallest detail, offering different rates for various services or adjusting payment bandwidths to match specific content types or peak usage times. Our backend infrastructure leverages an auto-scalable architecture, ensuring consistent performance during peak hours while remaining cost-effective to operate. This ensures that as demand scales, such as on Super Bowl night, when millions of users engage with services simultaneously, companies can maintain a seamless payment experience without facing downtime or exorbitant operational costs. A key component of this infrastructure is our Wallet Guru Gateway, which allows us to integrate with utility companies and support a wide variety of business cases, regardless of the limitations of their existing infrastructure. Another key component of our technology stack is Tiger Beetle, a revolutionary database technology which allows Wallet Guru to support millions of concurrent users and potentially process hundreds of millions of transactions per second. This makes Wallet Guru a robust and highly scalable solution for today's digital economy. To maximize participation and foster a diverse, dynamic ecosystem, we're creating an open platform where any Interledger-enabled wallet can seamlessly integrate. This approach not only ensures scalability for Wallet Guru, but also encourages the widespread adoption, driving innovation across industries. And the transformation is already underway. I'm excited to announce that we're set to be fully operational by 2025. And we've already integrated our prototype into a small video streaming platform in the US. This real-time payments showcase will allow us to demonstrate the power of Wallet Guru and Interledger, unlocking new possibilities across the US, Latin America, and beyond. As we move forward, our focus goes beyond enhancing technology. We're shaping a future where consumers and businesses can redefine how they interact with value. This is not simply about refining a product, it's about pioneering a new era where industries can thrive by embracing real-time dynamic payment models that meet the needs of today's fast-evolving digital landscape. We're building the foundation for long-standing innovation, creating systems that will empower industries to flourish in ways never imagined before. It's been a pleasure to explore with you how Interledger and Wallet Guru will bring about major disruptions across multiple industries, from video and music streaming to telecommunications and even utilities. The ripple effects of these changes will redefine how we pay, interact, and engage with the services that shape our daily lives. In many ways, it feels like the early days of the internet when no one could predict how far it would go. But what we knew then and what we know now is that the future belongs to those who put people first, those who understand the power of connection and the importance of giving consumers control, choices, and the freedom over every aspect of their lives, including their money. Just as Netflix redefined media by embracing the full potential of the internet, we now stand at the forefront of a new opportunity to do the same with payments. We're not just making transactions easier, we're reshaping how value moves through the world. So, as we build this future together, let's remember what got us here. It's about creating systems that are as dynamic as the world we live in, as flexible as the lives we lead, and as meaningful as the moments we cherish. Thank you.